If you just received your copy of Doodle Heroes, you'll need to take a few minutes to punch out some of the tokens, tiles, and cards. After that, make sure you have all the components and initially separate them into poker cards, mini cards, micro cards, tiles, dice and tokens, the scoreboard, and of course, the infinitely referenced rulebook. Be sure to follow along in the rulebook as we go through this tutorial. Now it's time to set up our center play area. Take the map tiles and locate the singular tile with the green town on the front and the back. This is always your starting tile and should be placed in the very center of your play area. Take all the other map tiles and place them face down in the game box. Players will draw and place these map tiles as the game progresses. Just be sure to leave enough room in your center play area for the game map to expand. Next, we'll set up our decks, tokens, and the scoreboard. Take the poker cards and find the cards with the boss monster back, the normal monster back, and the side quest back, and separate them out into 3 draw decks as shown. Next, take the mini cards and find the 12 cards that have the starter loot backs. Set these 12 cards aside for now and shuffle the remaining cards to form the loot draw deck. In a similar fashion, take the micro cards and find the 6 cards with the heroes on the fronts and the backs. Place these 6 cards next to the white standees. The remaining micro cards form the heart deck, which should be placed next to the scoreboard. Next, separate out the color tokens from the icon tokens and place them to the side. Place the mini meeples to the side for now too. The mini meeples will go on the scoreboard to represent your hero once the game begins. Finally, we'll flip over 3 cards from the loot deck to form the loot offer. When loot cards are drawn, they are taken from the offer and replenished from the main deck. In a similar fashion, flip over 2 cards from the side quest deck to form the side quest offer. Next, we'll set up everyone's individual player area. Locate and separate out the poker cards with the hero backs, skill backs, and secret quest backs. Then, everyone will need to select a hero. In this example, we have player 1 who selects the wizard hero, and player 2 who selects the fighter hero. Locate the 4 skill cards that go with your chosen hero. Before beginning the game, players will select 1 skill to equip to their hero. Keep the other 3 skill cards face down in your player area. As the game progresses, you will find ways to equip your other skills. Next, each player is randomly dealt 1 secret quest card. Players may read their secret quest card, but should keep it hidden from the other players. Your secret quest is your Doodle Heroes personal mission. Completing or failing this quest will affect your score at the end of the game. Return all the leftover hero cards and skill cards to the game box, and place the secret quest deck next to the scoreboard. Next, players will get their heroes' heart cards and starting loot cards. Here we see player 1's wizard hero, who chose to equip the fireball skill, and player 2's fighter hero, who chose the heavy armor skill. Each hero gets a base of 3 heart cards, as indicated on the bottom of their card. Place these cards above your hero to indicate their remaining health. The wizard gets their base of 3 heart cards. The fighter hero also gets his base of 3 heart cards. Plus, he permanently gains an additional 2 heart cards thanks to his chosen heavy armor skill. Next, each hero is given the following 3 cards from the starting loot deck: 1 empty bottle, 1 iron shield, and 1 iron sword. Return any leftover starting loot cards to the game box. These 3 loot cards are your starting equipment of 1 offense card, 1 defense card, and 1 consumable card. As you play the game, all loot you will find will fall into one of these 3 categories. Offense and defense loot cards must be equipped to your hero in order to gain their effects. These cards should be placed sideways next to your hero to indicate that they are equipped. All heroes may only equip 1 offense and 1 defense loot card. Consumables are the final type of loot card. These are used one time to gain the card's effect and are then discarded. Any consumable loot and extra offense or defense loot you have is held in your hero's pack. Each hero is able to hold 5 cards in their pack. Any loot cards in your pack should be placed along the bottom of your hero card. Empty bottle loot cards function a bit differently than other consumable loot cards. Any empty bottle in your hero's pack can hold either a colored essence token or a fairy token, which is placed on the card when they are gained. When used, the token is consumed, but the empty bottle loot card remains in your pack and is capable of being filled again. As you play the game, you will acquire more hearts, more skills, more loot, and even pick up a side quest or two, so be sure to leave plenty of room in your player area to expand. Our last step in setup is to place our standees and mini-meeples. Take the mini-meeple that matches the color of your hero and place it on the 0 on the scoreboard. Following the early examples, the wizard will take the purple mini-meeple and the fighter will take the red. As you gain points, you will move your mini-meeples along the scoreboard. Return the unused mini-meeples to the game box. Our very last step will be to locate your hero's microcard and place it into one of the white standees. Then place these standees on the green town map tile to begin the game. Be sure to return any of the unused hero microcards and white standees to the game box. Now players can move on to actual gameplay. Players will take turns in a clockwise order, starting with the game's owner. As you play the game, players will get points for beating monsters and completing side quests. The game is over when all 6 monsters from the boss monster deck have been defeated. Each player's turn will consist of 2 phases. First, the map phase, and second, the action phase. During the map phase, players will draw, reveal, and place 1 map tile. When placing map tiles, they must be connected to an existing tile by the hash marks on the tile sides. This can be done in any desired orientation. Here we have a few examples. As the game progresses, eventually all map tiles will be placed in this manner. Once this occurs, players will skip to their action phase on each of their turns. Map tiles with icons in their corners may need to be marked with icon tokens. Here, we see that this map tile needs to be marked with 2 normal monster icon tokens. When you see the following icons on a newly drawn map tile, be sure to place the correct number of corresponding icon tokens on that map tile. The exception to this are town map tiles that do not need to be marked with any side quest icon tokens. Map tiles have 7 possible terrains: towns, mountains, forest, swamps, hills, lakes, and monster dens. Monster dens are the only map tiles that have boss monsters in them. In order to end the game, players will have to find and defeat all boss monsters inside their dens. These different types of terrain are also important for certain side quests and hero skills. After completing the map phase, players move on to the action phase. Each player will take 2 actions that can be taken in any order or repeated. These actions are the move action and the interact action. It's important to note that certain equipped loot, consumable loot, and hero skills can increase your number of actions per turn. Here we've set up the map after a few turns of gameplay so we can demonstrate the move action. When taking the move action, players can move their hero to an adjacent map tile that is connected by hash marks. Moving your hero onto a map tile does not cause you to interact with it. Here we see the wizard hero moving onto a map tile that still has a normal monster token and a loot token on it. The wizard then chooses to use the move action again, rather than interacting with the forest space. Having used the move action twice, the wizard's turn is now over. Now we will go over the different things you can do when taking the interact action. When your hero is on a map tile, they may interact with it based on what icons are on that map tile. If a monster token is present on a map tile, it must be defeated before any other interactions can take place on that map tile. All town map tiles will have the same 4 interact options: portal, trade, rest, and side quest. The portal and trade icons are unique to town map tiles, but the rest and side quest options can appear on other types of terrain. The other possible interactions are loot, heart container, Fairy, Normal Monster, Double Monster, and of course the big bad, Boss Monsters. Now we'll explain what happens when you take each of these interactions. Using a portal means that you can move your hero to another map tile that also has the portal icon. When trading, you may discard any one loot card from your hero's pack to gain one essence token of any color. This essence token may then be placed on any empty bottle loot card in your hero's pack. When interacting to rest, you are able to recover all of your hero's heart cards. When taking the side quest interaction in a town, you may take one card from the side quest offer and equip it to your hero. Note that the side quest that you take from the offer must match the color of the town you're currently in. When a non-town map tile with a side quest icon in its corner is drawn, it should be marked with a side quest icon token. This means that only one side quest may be taken from this map tile. The player on that map tile may use the interact action to take any one card from the side quest offer, but then must remove the side quest icon token from the map tile. The other details on taking, completing, or abandoning side quests are explained later in this video. When your hero is on a map tile that still has a loot icon token on it, your hero may interact with the map tile for you to take one card from the loot offer and place it in your hero's pack. After that, remove the loot icon token from the map tile. When your hero is on a map tile that still has a heart container icon token on it, you may interact with the map tile to gain the heart container token and place it on your hero card. Upon acquiring 2 heart container tokens, your hero gains 1 heart card towards their max heart capacity. After acquiring this new heart card, discard both tokens. Newly acquired heart cards should be drawn from the heart deck that is next to the scoreboard. When on a map tile that still has a fairy icon token on it, you may interact with the map tile for a chance to acquire the fairy token. Roll one of the 6-sided die. If the roll results in a 4, 5, or 6, you may pick up the fairy token and place it on any empty bottle card in your hero's pack. If the roll results in a 1, 2, or 3, you fail to acquire the fairy and must then spend another action if you wish to try again. The other details on fairy tokens are explained in the rewards section of this video. When on a map tile that still has a monster icon token on it, your hero can interact with that map tile to initiate a monster battle. The monster icon token is only removed if your hero is victorious. The details of monster battles are explained in the next section of this video. When on a map tile with 2 monster icon tokens on it, your hero may interact with the map tile to initiate a double monster battle. Double monster battles are explained in the next section of this video. Both monster icon tokens are only removed if both monsters are defeated. If during the double battle only one monster is defeated, then both icon tokens still remain on that map tile. If your hero is on a map tile that still has a boss monster icon token on it, you may interact with the map tile to initiate a boss monster battle. As with other monster battles, the boss monster icon token is only removed if your hero is victorious. Before we move on to battles, we need to discuss the list of optional actions that are available to each player on their turn. Each player may take any number of these optional actions as they do not count as a move or interact action. In these examples, the wizard will be in the yellow town. Our first optional action is to change equipped loot. When not in battle, you may change your hero's equipped offense or defense loot for different loot from your pack. You may only swap out one piece of equipped loot per turn. The next optional action is to use consumable loot or the effects of equipped loot. Both in and out of battle, you may use the effects of equipped loot cards or consumable loot cards in your pack. Remember to discard the consumable loot card or token once used. Here we use the red essence held in our wizard's empty bottle to heal him for 2 hearts. Our next optional action is to use our hero's skills. Some skills, like Teleport, give passive bonuses that are always active, while other skills, like Transmute, can be used one time per turn. Here, we're using Transmute to discard one loot card from our pack in order to gain an Essence token of any color. We then place that Essence token into our empty bottle. Our next optional action is to complete a side quest. Side quests are completed by fulfilling the stated criteria and traveling to a specific town. Here, we're completing the Rookie Hero side quest by traveling to the yellow town and showing that our Wizard Hero has 2 equipped skills. Since we completed this side quest, we place it face down in our player area. We then take the side quest stated rewards, which were 3 points and 1 card from the loot offer. Our last optional action is to discard loot cards from our pack. Players will need to do this in order to make room in their hero's pack for when they acquire more loot. Any discarded loot cards should go in a face-up pile next to the scoreboard. All of these different optional actions offer players flexibility both in and out of battle. Now we will move on to monster battles. Battles against normal monsters and boss monsters follow the same rules. Double monster battles have a slight variation and are detailed in the next section. Here we have the Wizard Hero using an action to move onto a map tile that still has a monster token on it, and then using another action to initiate a battle. After that, you'll need to draw the top card from the appropriate monster deck. Note that once you initiate a battle, you're unable to flee. You will either emerge victorious or suffer the shame of defeat. Here we're using the Goblin Knight as our example monster card. Below the monster's name, you'll see its power, how many points it's worth, its attack rolls, which correspond to dice outcomes, and what things the monsters drop if defeated. To defeat each monster, you must overpower it in combat. However, the monster will attack you several times before you do so via its attack rolls. If you survive every attack roll, then you have won the battle. Follow these steps each time you battle a monster. First, find your hero's total power. This is done by adding together your hero's base power, power from equipped offense and defense loot, power from equipped skills, and power from consumable loot you wish to use. Here we have the wizard's base power of 1, plus 1 power from his equipped iron sword, and plus 1 power from his fireball skill, totaling to 3 power. Next, we determine the number of attack rolls by dividing the monster's power from our hero's total power. Our Goblin Knight has 6 power. Our wizard's total power was 3. 6 divided by 3 means the wizard must survive 2 attack rolls. If the power division ever results in a remainder, then just add 1 additional attack roll. Next, we roll the appropriate number of times to see how much the monster damages our hero. Our first roll came up a 2. Referencing the Goblin Knight's attack rolls, we see that causes our hero to lose 1 half heart. Given that our wizard hero is on the verge of defeat, we elect to use a skill as an optional action. We use the wizard's skill of Transmute to discard 1 loot card from our pack in order to gain a red essence token. We then place that token in our empty bottle. We then use another optional action to use our empty bottle and consume our red essence token, healing our wizard for 2 hearts. Now that our wizard has recovered, he can survive the last attack roll from the Goblin Knight. Our last attack roll comes up a 6. Referencing the Goblin Knight's attack rolls, we see this would cause our hero to lose 1 heart. However, we elect to use our hero's equipped iron shield to change the outcome of this roll from a 6 to a 1. Now our wizard hero only loses 1 half heart. Having survived all the Goblin Knight's attack rolls, our wizard hero has defeated it. Our last step is to claim victory or suffer defeat. Having won the battle, we then move our wizard hero's mini-meeple 2 points up the scoreboard. We then get the drops from the Goblin Knight, which is 1 blue essence token for our empty bottle, and 1 card from the loot offer to go in our hero's pack. We then place the Goblin Knight's monster card face down in our player area. Our last step is to remove the monster icon token from this map tile, indicating that the monster on this space has been defeated. Now we'll go through what happens if your hero is defeated instead of victorious. If you lose all of your hero's heart cards in a battle and have no means of revival, then you have lost. The monster icon token remains on the map tile, and you must move your hero's standee to the green town and place it on its side. Upon your next turn, after the map phase, you must use your first action in your action phase to rest. After that, you can stand your hero back up and recover all of your hearts. As for the monster that defeated you, just return its card to the bottom of the appropriate monster deck. Now we'll go over the process for double monster battles. When your hero is on a map tile with 2 normal monster icon tokens on it, you can spend an action to initiate a double monster battle. Battle mechanics work the same as normal monster battles, except you're going to draw 2 normal monster cards and then battle them back to back. In this example, our wizard would first battle the slime guy and then move on to the Mr. Mimic. Following our battle steps, we see that our wizard still has 3 total power. 1 from his base, 1 from his iron sword, and 1 from his fireball. This means the slime guy gets 2 attack rolls, but the Mr. Mimic, with the power of 8, will get 3 attack rolls. If the wizard has any hearts left after the end of the double battle, he has won, but this means he must survive 2 attack rolls from the slime guy and then 3 attack rolls from the Mr. Mimic. Upon victory, the wizard will get the points and the drops from both monsters. They will then place the monster cards face down in their player area and remove the icon tokens from the map tile. If you are defeated at any point during the double battle, you do not receive any points or drops from either monster. The monster icon tokens remain on the map tile, your hero is placed in the green town needing a rest, and the monster cards are returned to the bottom of the appropriate deck. Also take note that double monster battles count as one battle. This means that looter skills that say do X per battle may only be used once. Now we'll go over taking, abandoning, and completing side quests. In these examples, our wizard will start in the green town. When in a town, your hero can pick up a side quest from the offer if the town in the side quest description matches the town you're currently in. Here the wizard spends an action to pick up the Adventure Prep side quest and equip it. Then a new side quest is drawn to replenish the offer. Since the wizard already can complete the Adventure Prep side quest by being in the green town and having 5 loot cards in their pack, as is stated on the bottom of the quest card, they can complete this quest as an optional action. The wizard gets 3 points on the scoreboard and 1 any colored essence token. They then place the side quest face down in their player area. If your hero is on a map tile with a side quest icon token on it, you can spend an action to take any side quest from the offer, regardless of its town criteria, and equip it to your hero. In order to complete the side quest, you must still travel to the correct town and complete its stated criteria. After taking a side quest in this manner, be sure to remove the side quest token from the map tile and replenish the offer. In order to abandon an equipped side quest, your hero must be in the town stated on the side quest completion criteria. You must then spend an action to abandon the side quest. You then take the side quest card and place it on the bottom of the side quest deck. Players may choose to abandon side quests because at the conclusion of the game, any side quest still uncompleted and equipped to your hero will have its points values deducted from your final score. As we've mentioned a few times before in this tutorial, be sure to keep all defeated monsters and completed side quests face down in your player area. Many side quests and secret quests require that you show you've defeated a specific monster or number of monsters or side quests. Also, should the scoreboard become inaccurate, players can easily recalculate their points. Now we will go over the different rewards you will get for defeating monsters, completing side quests, and interacting with map tiles. The loot icon indicates that you take 1 loot card from the offer and place it in your hero's pack. Be sure to replenish the loot offer from the main deck. If the loot deck is ever depleted, just shuffle the loot discard pile to form a new loot draw deck. Gaining a heart container as a reward or from consumable loot means that you take 1 heart container token and place it on your hero card. Upon obtaining 2 tokens, you may discard them to increase your max heart cards by 1. Gaining an essence reward grants you the corresponding colored essence token to go in one of your hero's empty bottles. Using the empty bottle consumes the essence and grants your hero these different effects. Using a red essence allows your hero to recover 2 of their heart cards. Using a blue essence lets your hero take 2 additional actions this turn, meaning your hero can move more or interact more. Green essence allows you to change the outcome of one attack roll during a battle. This means it functions like your Iron Shield. An orange essence grants your hero +1 power until the end of your turn. Purple essence allows you to target one other hero and gain the effects of one of their equipped skills until the end of your current turn. For example, we could target the fighter hero's equipped heavy armor skill to gain +2 heart cards. Just remember that you lose the effect of the skill that you copied at the end of your turn. A rainbow essence reward grants your hero 1 colored essence token of your choice. The skill up reward gives your hero 1 skill up token to go on your hero card. This increases the number of skills you can equip by 1. Here we see the wizard skilling up to gain the teleport skill. Our last rewards are fairy tokens, which are only available on map tiles. As mentioned prior, your hero must be on a map tile that still has a fairy token on it, and then spend an action, after which you can roll a die, and if you get a 4, 5, or 6, you acquire the fairy token for your empty bottle. Any fairy tokens you have are automatically used if your hero loses all their heart cards. The fairy restores your hero's heart cards and then flies back to the closest map tile with a fairy icon on it, but no fairy token. If during the game you ever need to quickly reference what certain icons mean for interacting, or to remember what each colored essence does, just flip to the back cover of the rulebook. The game is over when all boss monsters are defeated. The player that defeated the final boss monster finishes their turn and then declares that the game is over, after which everyone moves on to final scoring. Any player that still has an equipped side quest has its points values deducted from their score. Here, we're deducting 3 points because the wizard failed to complete the Bounty McSteely side quest. Next, each player reveals their secret quest card and verifies whether or not they have completed it. Here we see the wizard did complete their curse quest by ending the game with the magic cape. The wizard gets 8 additional points. If the wizard had failed this secret quest, they would have lost 8 points instead. Lastly, players are awarded additional points for the following achievements. If 2 or more players are ever tied for an achievement, they both are awarded the stated points value. The player with the greatest number of equipped loot cards plus pack loot cards is awarded the Treasure Hoarder achievement, gaining them +2 points. The player with the greatest number of hero loot cards is awarded the Treasure Hunter achievement, gaining them +2 points. The player with the greatest number of fairy tokens is awarded the Fairy Wrangler achievement, gaining them +2 points. The player whose hero ends the game having the fewest remaining heart cards is awarded the Punching Bag achievement, gaining them +2 points. The player that has defeated the greatest number of normal monsters and boss monsters is awarded the Monster Tamer achievement, gaining them +2 points. Lastly, the player that has completed the greatest number of side quests is awarded the Good Samaritan achievement, gaining them +2 points. And that's the game. The player with the most points is declared the winner. In the unlikely event of the tie, the player with the most completed side quests and defeated monsters totaled is the winner. If a tie persists, well, that's just really unlikely, so you'll just have to play again. Thanks for watching my video, and I sincerely hope you enjoy playing Doodle Heroes.